branches of economics. So we're still introducing stuff. Now at this level, there are two branches of econ. So at this level, there's two branches. The first one, which is the econ 1, which is what you guys are doing, it's called microeconomics. Now micro is the study of choices that individuals and businesses make, the way these choices interact, and the influence government exerts on them. The micro is the study of choices that individuals and businesses make, the way these choices interact, and the influence government exerts on them. And I'm going to explain this. What micro is. Let the name remind you. Micro means small. In microecon, what we do is, we take the entire whole, we rip it into small pieces, and we study the small segments of society. So in micro, we take the individual, like the consumer, we take them out of the big picture, we study them separately. Small segments of society. In micro, we might take a company, a firm, an industry. We take it out of the big picture, we study it separately. Microecon, take the big picture, smash it into small pieces, and study these small pieces separately from the whole. You're doing microecon. Macro, which is econ 2, is different. Macroeconomics, this one examines behavior of aggregates. So in macro, this examines the behavior of aggregates. What do I mean by aggregates? Aggregates means to sum up. Put it all together. So in macro, we take all the small pieces, put them together, and study the entire big picture. That's macro. So in macro, we look at things like employment, output, production on a national scale. Big picture view, macro. Study the small segments of society, that's micro. Suppose I ask this question, I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm trying to figure out, why is it individuals in the United States, individuals or households in the United States, they prefer to drive big SUVs versus smaller cars? Would that be a micro or a macro issue?
That would be a micro.
Tell me why.
Because it's dealing with one individual and one subject. It's not dealing with like a whole, as like a group of people are buying certain cars in this area or something. That would be a macro issue.
So because I said individuals are household, they say we're gonna dig into small segments of society, so that makes it micro?
If you're focusing on one individual and that choice that you made, it would be macro.
Right, so the statement I'm making is individuals or households in the United States prefer to drive big SUV versus smaller cars, you say macro.
If you're looking at the whole United States, then it's macro.
So you think it's macro?
If it's one individual, it's macro.
So just this statement that I made?
It's macro.
Okay. You said it was macro?
Yeah, it's individuals.
So why is it individuals or households in the United States prefer to drive big SUV versus smaller cars? Anybody thinks it's micro? You think so? Tell me why.
Because it's a study of choices that individuals make.
So you're saying me making that particular point about individuals forces it to be micro?
No, just that the statement of that individuals in the U.S. prefer to drive the bigger vehicles.
Micro.
Yeah, and that they decide, that they make that choice to drive them.
So you say micro? Yes?
I think it would be macro because it's examining the behavior of aggregates, and it says employment, output, production on a national scale.
Yeah, so because I said the United States, that's forcing it into the macro, you think? You agree? Because of that United States?
Scale, yes.
Okay. Anybody thinks it's micro? You think it's micro?
Yeah.
Remind me of the name, please. Mario? Tell me why.
I think, well, maybe because it's just the way I'm looking at it, but
Yes.
I see micro as like a blunt subject, whereas macro is more in-depth into a certain, like if you said like, why did that Hispanics like to drive Chevys versus like
Oh, we should be going down this road here. Treading on that dangerous road here.
And then like narrowing it down to a very specific that they want to be, I guess.
So you think it's more micro because I'm saying individuals are households?
It's such a vast question. I guess it's very blunt.
Okay. You have your hand up?
Individuals and also the cars.
I'm sorry, say that a little louder.
Individuals and specific type of car makes it macro.
You think it's micro? Okay. Let me ask you this. I asked a question, I'm making a statement, I'm trying to figure out why is it individuals or households in the United States prefer to drive big SUVs versus smaller cars? Is there one particular answer that can cover this for the entire United States? Wouldn't I have to dig into the intricacies associated with the decision-making process of individuals to answer this question? Once I have to do that, that's microecon. I'm gonna have to dig into the individual decision-making process. So is it the case that families are huge? Is it the case that they don't really care about the price of gas? Is it the case where they feel safer? Whatever that rationale is, I'm doing individual level analysis to figure this out. I'm getting into personal decision-making processes of individuals. Irrespective of me saying the United States, that's a clear-cut micro issue. Suppose I ask this question, and I said, I'm trying to figure this out. The statement, why is it economic growth is higher in Japan than it is in the United States? Micro or macro? Tell me why. I'm comparing countries, yeah? Japan versus the United States. There's no way to kind of dig into individual decision-making processes with that particular issue. That's a clear-cut macro issue, you're absolutely right.